everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's me, BeingDearra, of course, and if you guys are new, welcome to you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you guys can be a part of the family, along with the notification bell so that you guys are updated every time I do upload. Now let's get into this video. If you guys can hear that noise in the background, it is my family. They're over here with my daughter and they're just having a good time, but you know, you gotta move on with the video. Alright, so if you guys read that title, seeing that thumbnail, you already know what I'm about to be talking about. But yes, I am talking about the horror story of when you have a child and then they belly button umbilical cord falls off like too early. Like, I was like, oh my god. So my daughter Rain, she was born on October 18th 2022. Yes, my prize and joy. Oh my god, my baby. She basically, of course, like every other child in the world, had an umbilical cord. When you come home, they tell you like don't do anything to it, just let it like fall off on its own and you should be good. So we did that. But a few days after we got home, I started to realize that her belly button was getting loose. Well, the umbilical cord was getting loose, and I was just like, I don't think that's normal, because they were saying this like takes between like a week to 10 days for it to fall off. And I'm just like, the way it was looking when I could see like under it, like the way it was falling off, it just looked like it was still attached to like her insides. So I was like, I don't think that's normal. So they just told me just to watch it. So at first we was putting her on like little pants and stuff, and you know how people hold her. Her dad was even holding her like kind of like this sometimes, like looking at her. So of course, like when us changing and her diaper was hitting the umbilical cord and everything, so it's just like everything, it seemed like, just kept on touching it, and I think it was making it looser and looser. So I was just like, I don't know what to do. So it ended up falling off. I woke up and I was about to change her. I opened up her diaper and I just was like, what is this? And I looked at her belly button and I was like, oh my god, what is that? And the way it looked, I could not believe it. I was like, am I looking like an organ or something? Not even an organ, but like I don't even know what you call those things, like intestines. I was just like, I don't know what that is that's hanging out her belly button. Like, it was that kind of scary. Like, I was just like, oh my god, am I killing my child? Like, what do I do? So I called the nurses hotline for my doctor to see if, like, what do I do? Do I need to like rush her to the emergency room or something like that? But they basically just said bring her in. So I brought her in like the next day, just on like the emergency. I just brought her in. Let me cut this off. Okay. But yeah, I just brought her in the next day. But before I did that, I took a cloth, like, you know, the cloths that you like wrap like wounds and stuff in, and I taped it down over her belly button. So I was like, okay, it'll be safe like from everything. Like, so I just put the little cloth piece that goes over wounds when you're like patting them and cleaning them out, and then I taped it down with the little medical tape, and thought that was a good idea. But it wasn't, because when I took it off, it was stuck to the thingy that was coming out her belly button. And I'm just gonna say, for purposes of the video, that the thing was like a it looked like a little tiny intestine, the way it looked sticking out. So I don't know what it attached to inside, the umbilical cord attached to inside of you, but whatever that attaches to, that's what was sticking out of her belly. And I was just like, oh my god, what did I just do to my child? Like, I felt like just such a horrible parent. Like, I was like, how could this happen? Like, how did I not pay attention to it? I was just so distraught, and it was just, I was like, I think I'm killing my baby. Like, oh my god. But I was just like, okay. So it was sticking to her. I didn't want to pull it, because every time I tried to take it off, she would like fidget and cry, and I was like, oh my god, I'm hurting her. So I just took it, held it, and taped it right back down. And once I taped it down, I rushed her to the hospital, to the doctor clinic where I take her, and They looked at it and oh my god, she was just like, oh yeah, you shouldn't have did that because obviously it's drying onto the sticky part of the inside of the belly button. So basically me putting that cloth on it was drying it and sticking it together, and basically she had to like, oh my god, she had to, oh, Rain was in so much pain. She had to literally like kind of pick, and she had this stuff, let me look up the name. So she had this stuff that she used, it was called silver nitrate, and I was just looking like, okay, I didn't know what that was, but whatever it was, like she used it to like get the cloth off her belly button and off the little thing that was coming out of her belly button. So she used it like to like just slowly wet it off, and it was just coming off, and I was just like, okay, but my baby was just in pain and crying. I was like, oh my god, what did I do to her? Like, it just felt so bad. I was crying because I was just like, what did I do to her? But once she got it off, she used some more of the silver nitrate, and she basically put it on top of the little thingy that was like sticking out. I'm gonna show y'all pictures. They should be popping up, but it was like a little long thing, like a little thing sticking out her belly button, and she placed it like around the belly button and then around that thing, and it kind of like shriveled up and turned gray, like it looked like it was dying. Like it looked like at first like it was like the inside of a kidney, so pinkish reddish, like how the inside of your body would look. But when she put that on there, it kind of shriveled it up, dried it out, and yeah. And I was just like, oh wow, like that look. I was like, is it okay? Like, what's gonna happen? And she was like, just give it a few days. If it still looks like it's getting infected or pussy, then bring her back. So I was just like, okay, ooh, okay, so we're getting somewhere. I was just like, man, okay, I can breathe a little bit. But she was just saying, just let it air out, like don't put anything around her. So that's from that point on, she mainly was wearing onesies, and I literally kept her belly open as long as I could. And like when I wrapped her up at night and stuff, I just made sure that was like a little bit loose and puffy for her. But other than that, she was great. I like literally I didn't put on no pants, nothing. Like it was just onesies every single day after that until it started healing. And then at that point I thought she would have a outie because her belly button and everything was sticking out, and I was just like, okay, she's gonna have a little outie because I have an innie. So I was just looking like, oh, okay. So it was just healing, and it still like had the little thing, like even though it was sticking out, it was like slowly moving like back into the hole. So yeah, I was just like, okay, we're getting somewhere. That was literally like maybe a day or two after that. But it was just slowly receding and everything, and it just looked like it was getting so much better. So I was like, okay. But I was still terrified, like to the point where, you don't judge me, but to the point where like you can like bathe your baby when you get home. I was like, I'm not bathing her, I'm not doing anything until I know that this belly button has completely healed, because they say don't bathe them until the belly button is healed. Ooh, sorry. They say don't bathe them until the belly button is healed. So that's how terrified I was. I didn't bathe her for like almost like 2 months. Not even 2 months. It was like a month and a week or so. I filmed her first little bath video, because that's when I realized her belly button was an innie, because it just all went inside and you couldn't see it no more. I was just like, oh my god, I think it's healed. I was looking inside there and everything just looked perfect. Like I was like, okay, I think I'm good to wash her. So I took her back to the doctor for her little checkup, and they said, okay, yeah, she's perfect, she can get a, they was like, you could have been washed her. And I was like, really? I was like, they was like, yeah. I was like, oh. I literally was giving her sponge baths that whole time. Like, don't judge me, but that's how terrified I was. I didn't want to like have anything go inside her body, not knowing, since it was just open and raw that much, and I didn't know how much her not having the belly button on, the umbilical cord on her, would damage her belly button or the inside of like her body. So I wasn't taking any chances. But yeah, so yeah, that is what happened to my baby. And I really hope you guys enjoyed that little story time, because it was one of probably the most traumatic things besides the actual like childbirth part of having a child, especially at that beginning stages. Like, you already think that you can't like what are you gonna do, like take care of this child, like make sure you keep them alive, like you want to be a good parent, and then this happens a few days after you come home from like the hospital. Yeah, I was like, I'm already messing up. I was just like, get on your game, Dearra, get on your game. But yeah, so after that it was just okay from there. So yeah, and then my little baby was happy and all go lucky, and yeah, she hated her first bath, but other than that, she loves baths. So yeah, but that was the horror story of my daughter Rain and her belly button umbilical cord coming off early. Yeah. Alright, so my question of the day is, when did your baby's umbilical cord fall off, and do they have an innie or an outie? Because I'm very interested to know. Like, is there more innies out there, or is there more outies out there? Very interested. So let me know in the comments down below. So here is my daughter, and I just want to show y'all like her belly button. Don't mind her head. She just came from daycare. She plays hard. Say, I play hard. Say, I play hard. Say, hi. Hi. Yeah. Hi, Mama. Whoop. See, already dropping stuff. But no, look. So, her belly button is A-okay now. Look at that. Perfect. Yeah. There we go, Mama. So, yeah, guys. If you guys want to go ahead and follow my daughter, Rain. She does have an Instagram channel now. And it is called... Exactly. If you guys have a 11-month-old, then you know what to expect. Mwah. Oh, so if you guys want to go ahead and follow Rain, then go ahead and go to Rain's Court on Instagram. Rain REIGN _court, and yeah, be one of the first in her court of followers. Yay, Mama! Yay! See all this? Just want to touch everything. Look at her. Touching everything now. But yeah, so yeah, go ahead and follow Rain. And if you guys made it to the end of the video, go ahead and hashtag Rain's Court. So yeah, say yay, clap. Say yay. Thanks for watching. You want to say bye-bye? Again, please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in another video. Bye. Want to say bye? Look, wait. Bye. 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 Yeah. So bye, guys.